We don't buy a stock because it's low. We buy a stock because it starts to go back up. That's a big difference. Let's look at the new buying opportunities we can find on the stock market today. Tesla is up $4.04, 2.23%, closed at 185.10. Post-market, we seem to be up by a further 54 cents. So let's look at what we have here on the chart. We don't buy a stock because it's low. We buy a stock because it starts to go back up. That's a big difference. So Tesla is not yet a buy. We have been seeing lower highs and lower lows for the past 5 days. Today, this is a little bit different. We made a higher high, so maybe things are starting to move around, to change. On the daily chart, there are no buy signals. The buy signal is going to come when we are going to break 194.35 with a stochastic over 60. Then this is going to be a buy impulse, a signal, and then we can get a swing until 217 or something like that. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, things are a little bit different. On the 1 hour chart, we are seeing way more candles, way more patterns that we can invest in. So right now, this is the decreasing resistance right here. And look at how it has been broken during the last hour of the day. It's no longer going down, but it could be going sideways. So going sideways would mean that it would stay below 187.45 right here. So we are going to wait until we break 187.45 in order to buy. The third criteria is stochastic over 60, and we already have it. So we are only missing on the 1 hour chart a break. So close, a full candle close above 187.45 to get back into Tesla. It's at a very low price. It's at a very low price. Plus, we have seen it go back up. We have seen it go back up. So this is better than merely buying because it's low, because it could be going lower. Now, the chances of Tesla going lower are a little bit less because it is going higher. So this is how we do it on this channel. Let's go back on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, in terms of indicators, everything is still in the tank. The daily chart is going to take a lot more time. So this is why sometimes if you want to get in a little bit earlier, you can go on the 1 hour chart and get an early entry. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX is coming down. This is helping the stock market. This is down 4.61%. We are happy about that. The 10-year bond, a little bit lower today, 1.6% lower. US dollar coming down a little bit. Let's take a look at our stock indices. So continuing higher, we like to see this. S&P 500, we are having a little bit of a top these past 3 days. That's fine. We still have a good stochastic. All of our indicators are still bullish. So this is fine. NASDAQ is making a little bit of a top, 1766. There's a little bit of a top here. We still have a good stochastic. So there's some chance that we start going higher a little bit today. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. Let's look at this. These lines are important. Why would the stock start hugging a line like this for 5 consecutive days? But there's no randomness here. These lines represent the frontier between the buyers and the sellers. This is what they are representing. And now look at this. We have a big green candle up 5% for BYD. It does not mean that we are going to buy it necessarily on the daily chart right away. This is a fact. If we would go just like Tesla on the 1 hour chart, we would start seeing that we have gone outside of a downward trend. The downward trend was broken, but then we could get stuck under a horizontal resistance, a congestion zone. These are all synonyms. So let's take a look at this here. Look at this. Isn't it funny how we are stopping right under there? So I would tell you, if you want to get in early on BYD, wait for 181.91, a break on the 1 hour chart, and then you would have a legitimate new trend on the 1 hour chart. But remember, when you invest on the 1 hour chart, you need to look at your trade every hour because it could go south within an hour. If you buy on the daily chart, then you only have to look at your chart every single day. Rivian, Rivian is holding not too bad, but still you see this downward resistance. It's still not time to buy. Xpeng is having a great day. And coincidentally, we stopped very close yesterday at 770 and now we are bouncing. Isn't it interesting that we are bouncing on 770 like we did March 17th of last year, like we did May 30th of this year, and we did yesterday, February 5th. These lines matter, and if you don't watch these lines, it is at your own expense. So there's an impulse right here. Switching on the 1 hour chart, we have stochastic over 60. We have broken our downward trend. This is the downward trend right here. In terms of the horizontal resistance that we could have gotten stuck under, I'm going to do this one right here. Boom. And see again, right smack on it. So this one, if you want to get in early and wait until we break 879, boom, we break it. You are following the new trend on the 1 hour chart. Neo, we are gaining back 580, so maybe things are going to turn around now. We are seeing the turnaround everywhere. Some Fed people talked today. I don't know what they said, but maybe they said something interesting because now the markets are just turning around in sync. It might not last a long time, but a swing is a swing. So Neo, you can enter right because 580 was the horizontal resistance we could have gotten ourselves under. Let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven. Apple first. Apple stochastic is almost over 60. This one has been zigzagging like crazy. So because of that, there is an element of risk there because the stock does not seem to know exactly what it wants to do. It seems to want to go higher. But to be really safe for Apple, you need to wait for 198.35. It is just $10 away that you can enter at any point in time. But if you want to be a bit safer, you just wait $10 away. And then if we have a break at 198.35, then you can get in with a little bit more confidence. Amazon, we have a big bullish channel right here, and we are even stronger. We have a big move up. We had the earnings call, 25% earnings beat. So that's hard to beat. This is pretty good. So this is why we have a gap up right here. Yes, we have some people say, well, each time we have a gap, it's going to get filled. No, they don't all get filled. If it's a runaway gap because something has changed in the market, and let's say that Tesla releases FSD 12 and the car is fantastic, it drives itself better than a Formula One driver, then that would make the stock gap up and it might never come back. So is this the case here? Maybe, maybe not. Google, still into its bullish trend right here. So nothing else to say. We are close to the support side. We have no stochastic, so this is not as strong. Meta, big move also. Let's look at the earning. Yeah, a surprise, a 10% surprise in earnings. So boom, a big move up. Is it going to hold? This one looks a little bit weaker, so we'll see what's happening with that. Microsoft just going along with its bullish channel. So this is still bullish, NVIDIA is giving into our bullish channel resistance right here. This is what it's supposed to do. So we could be going back to 628. We'll see what happens there. ARM, we are going to have the earnings tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, but it tends to want to go a little bit high. We don't have stochastic over 60 yet, but I told you what I think about that. This one is really interesting. So we might have one less chance to enter before the earning. We already have a signal right here. We have broken 72. We don't have over 60, but in this case, it's less important. This is still a buy for me. This is still a buy in my opinion. Palantir, the big news of the day. So yesterday was the earnings and, a 5% surprise in earnings. Not too long ago, we had the 23% surprise in earnings and this is where we had a break. And here we had the gap fill. This one right here, we only had the earnings surprise of 5%. Boom. And now it's launching like crazy. We have broken 2045, very important resistance. So this is now a support. I'm going to put it in green. And we are back into this bullish channel that we had in the past. We came outside of it and now we are back in. So let's see where it goes. But so far, so good. This is a 30% move up. This was unpredictable by technical analysis. This was unpredictable. We could not know that the market would be reacting that way. So we were outside of a downward channel. Downward channel was right here. We were outside of it. Then we were going sideways like this. And we had an increase in volume yesterday, a significant increase. And then today this was launched like crazy. So this is something that technical analysis cannot predict because this is a sudden move. Technical analysis is very good at identifying patterns. The patterns change sometimes without much display. So it is very good for that. But when there's a significant event that is happening in the market, then we cannot read the future. AMD pausing again on the support. Gold, going sideways. Silver still going down. So silver, it's too bad, but silver is down. Bitcoin going sideways, nothing to do here. Ripple, we are holding support. This is what we can say. This is stabilizing a little bit. We could still be caught under a congestion zone. So we should not buy before 54.8. So maybe Tesla is going to turn around. This is the only stock that has not seen a turnaround. So that's pretty crazy. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow and I'm going to tell you at the